AfriSol presents Nickel Millionaire 2.0, where your dreams of becoming a millionaire can come true, not once, but twice. In the first 2 months, one lucky AfriSol subscriber will win a cool $1 million. Another lucky winner will take home another $1 million just 2 months after that. But wait, there's more. We've got loads of cash prizes to be won every week. Simply buy a minimum of $10 in credit or data. So the more you buy, the better your chances of hitting the jackpot. Nickel Millionaire 2.0. Join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. live on GRTS. AfriSol, creating millionaires, changing lives.
Hello, good evening from our studio along the Bartil Hardin Highway. This is Star TV News with me, Mumodo Bailabari. Our top stories tonight. Minister Jabi addresses delays in Gamtel staff salary payment and Universal Service Funds implementation. Good Food Road transformation, a lifeline for communities and boost to local economy. GRTS commits to consolidate ties with Star FM and television during visit by state broadcasters officials. Seminatul Higher Relief Organization IHHON coordinate massive relief efforts in Gambia ahead of Eid al-Fitr. On the international news, from independence to the brink of war, South Sudan's unresolved crisis threatened millions. South Korea says wildfires was in its history. Death toll rises to 27. These stories and many more in just a moment. To the news in detail, and many thanks for joining us once again. This is Star TV News. During a National Assembly session on March 26, 2025, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Honorable Lamin Jabi, provided updates on the delayed implementation of the Universal Service Fund. Minister Jabi also addressed concerns regarding salary payments for Gamtel and Gamcel staff, among other pertinent issues. Mariam Demseka reports.
Honorable Lamin Jabi outlined the challenges and progress related to the implementation of the Universal Service Fund and the financial issues faced by Gamtel and Gamcel employees. The minister told legislators that the primary objective of the USF is to connect underserved areas that are not appealing to private investors. He, however, explained that the full implementation has been stalled due to ongoing legislative reforms and a review of the Information and Communication Act. Responding to a parliamentary query from lawmaker Asan Toure regarding a petition from Gamtel and Gamcel staff about delayed salaries payments and credit union contributions, Minister Jabi revealed that the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs has allocated $9 million to ensure that staff salaries are paid for at least 2 months while longer-term solutions are being developed. He emphasized the government's commitment to addressing the staff's concerns through meetings with both management and employees.
Speaker, regarding the Gamtel-Gamcel petition, it is important to underscore the critical role that Gamtel and Gamcel play in the socio-economic development of our beloved country. It is evidently clear that any matter concerning Gamtel and Gamcel is a priority and is treated with the utmost urgency. Being fully cognizant of these realities, our ministry has already taken significant steps to address some of the concerns raised by Gamcel staff in their petition. And some of these measures include allocation of funds. The ministry, in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, allocated $9 million to Gamcel to ensure the payment of staff salaries for at least 2 months, while efforts to find a permanent solution are being studied underway. 2, a social plan approval. The social plan was presented to the cabinet, which was subsequently approved. Engagement with Gamtel-Gamcel leadership. The ministry convened 2 separate meetings with the management and board of directors of Gamtel and Gamcel to deliberate on the issues raised in the staff petition. We had dialogue with petitioners as well. The ministry met with the concerned GAMCEL staff who submitted the petition. And during that meeting, the ministry sought clarification from the petitioners and in turn provided explanations regarding the government's unwavering commitment to repositioning and revitalizing GAMCEL and GAMTEL to address staff concerns comprehensively.
Legislator Alhaji Mbow also raised questions about the status of the USF's implementation and its potential to improve rural connectivity. In response, the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Honorable Jabi, confirmed that although the fund has yet to be established, it is designed to bridge the digital divide in rural Gambia. He noted that the Universal Access and Service Framework was updated in 2019, but that its implementation has yet to start.
Thank you once again. The main goal of the Universal Service Fund is to connect the underserved areas that are not attractive for commercial investment. However, the full implementation of this fund has been delayed due to ongoing reforms and the review of the Information Communication Act. In 2019, the existing Universal Access and Service Framework of the Ministry was updated into Universal Access and Service Policy, which was adopted by Cabinet but has yet not been implemented. The Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy, in collaboration with PURA, the regulator, and GRA, is working on the introduction of tariff monitoring and revenue assurance systems. These systems are prerequisites for the establishment of a Universal Access and Service Framework and will provide clearer visibility on operators' revenues, enabling accurate contribution to the Universal Service Fund based on their turnover.
To facilitate the establishment of the USF, the Minister mentioned ongoing collaboration with the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority, PURA, and the Gambia Revenue Authority, GRA, to introduce essential tariff monitoring and revenue assurance systems. These measures are critical for ensuring transparency and accurate contributions to the fund. The Minister assured lawmakers that while the USF is not yet operational, its future implementation will play a vital role in enhancing digital services and connectivity across the country, ultimately helping to address the access gaps faced by underserved communities.
Fund is established, operationalized, and implemented. It will complement existing services and significantly help reduce access gaps and the digital divide in the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. As your ministry works towards some reforms in this sector, are the service providers in the picture on these proposals that you intend to embark on?
Thank you, Honorable Member. Yes, they are. In fact, on Monday, we had some meeting with the service provider.
The Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, Honorable Habibatu Sise, was also in the House. Honorable Sise also responded parliamentary questions raised by members, including Honorable Suwaibu Ture of Wule East, who wanted to get more enlightenment about the reading habit of students, particularly in rural areas, through the establishment of libraries. A similar question was posed by the member for Sarakunda West, Honorable Madi Sise.
It is equally a concern at the level of the ministry, and that is why we have a program in 2025, which is enhancing foundational education and literacy is an aspect of this program to enhance the reading abilities of the young people. Thank you.
Question number 370 of 2024 by the member for Serekunda West.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Basic and Secondary Education inform this August Assembly what is the readiness of the Ministry in meeting the national needs of the library in terms of staff complement, infrastructure, and mobility?
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Speaker, I would like to inform the Honorable Member for Serekunda West that the Ministry is equally aware of the staff complement, infrastructure and mobility needs of the library to promote, establish, equip, maintain and develop libraries in the Gambia and for connected matters. However, the institution is faced with a series of challenges largely bordered on...
Maria Madam, reporting for Star TV News.
The newly completed Brufut Road project, which was a key component of the Gambia government's urban road development initiative in preparation for the last OIC summit, is bringing about profound transformation of the local communities beyond just a simple road. The road has become a vital lifeline connecting people, driving economic growth, and improving access to essential services. Our Modu El Baji was in Brufut to explore the positive impact of the Brufut Road.
This new Brufut Road does not only ease transportation for the people of Brufut, but it also boosts economic gains as the streets of these new roads are currently bustling with businesses, signifying a massive economic growth for the people of this ancient community.
Residents of Brufut and the surrounding areas are experiencing a significant improvement in their daily lives thanks to the newly constructed road. Sahtijan Boop highlighted the dramatic increase in transportation efficiency, noting the surge in vehicle traffic compared to the previous bumpy and difficult to navigate road.
Okay, it's a very good road. As you can see, going to the inside of this village, it makes transportation very easy for the people of Brufut, because by then we have problem for it, because you will see it will be very difficult to have vehicles to come inside the village. But now, hence the road is ready or is done, it's very easy to have car and get inside the village. Yeah.
Market vendors like Ms. Sutering Jai are particularly grateful for the project. She recalled the hardship of transporting goods on their old road, especially during the rainy season, when taxi fares will skyrocket due to the poor road conditions. Overwhelmed by the change, Madam Jai expressed her gratitude to President Adama Barrow and pledged her support in the 2026 polls.
It was always a nightmare for us whenever it rained, but the new road has gracefully enhanced our work because we can now transport our goods at any time.
The economic impact of the road is already evident because the corridors along the newly paved road are witnessing a boom in business ventures, with residents establishing shops and stalls to capitalize on the increased traffic and accessibility. Karamo Al-Hassan Kamara expressed his optimism, stating that the road has elevated Brufut both socially and economically. He added that the road has encouraged people to build shops, which will significantly boost the economic gains of their community.
The construction of this road has elevated Brufut. It has emancipated the people of Brufut, most of them from poverty to at least to a middle level in terms of economic gains, because it has made people to construct stores, construct houses where people come in and rent those houses. So eventually the owners of those compounds are now getting income from the houses that they have built or that they are hiring to people. So it has elevated our people economically. Yes.
So how about when it comes to transport? Because I understand that of recent the road used to be very bumpy.
Oh my God! In fact, that's a very good question. Transportation is one of the things that our road was badly damaged. We have a lot of potholes before the coming in of this new road. So to trek from Brufut here to Gamtel, you find it very, very difficult. Very difficult. Transport in fact, drivers, for them to come here, many times they refuse. They will say, if I go there, I'll spoil my car. I won't go there. They would rather increase the fares, or they will say, I'm not going. At times you have to walk all the way from Turntable to Brufut.
The Alcalo of Brufut, Alhaji Malamin Kajor Mane, shared the community's long-standing plea for road improvement. He emphasized the community's determination to expressing their gratitude to the head of state.
Jawra botaje ya jaminata mfali ya dani
we had asked past governments to fix our route, but to no avail. What President Barrow has done is unprecedented because this route has integrated our community and drastically improved movement.
But other than that, you must have been seated. Other than Funtan wala Karo. What to back na yeko ay ngani mi so sate ma fa odole master bara atita ale atimandle woto mbatita hono la back.
The Brufut Road project is not only about smooth asphalt, it also includes essential infrastructure like drainage systems and solar-powered street lights. These additions have given the once neglected community a modern and spectacular night view, effectively ending the century-old road nightmare that Brufut residents endure. This transformative project stands as a testament to the Gambian government's commitment to improving infrastructure and enhancing lives of its citizens. The Brufut Road's impact extends far beyond transportation, serving as a catalyst for economic development and community empowerment. For Star TV, I am Modu El Baji.
In a move aimed at bolstering cooperation and fostering stronger ties with the Gambian broadcasting landscape, the management and staff of Gambia Radio and Television Services paid a courtesy visit to Star FM and Television on Wednesday, during which the state broadcaster made a commitment to strengthening ties with the Star FM and Television. Modu El Baji was with the welcoming team.
By the Director General Abdullah C., the GRTS delegation was warmly received by Omar Tunkara and Seydou Kamara, the content and program directors of Star FM and TV, respectively. The visitors were taken on a comprehensive tour of Star FM and TV complex. They visited the radio station, the TV newsroom, and the studios, among others. This tour provided the visitors with first-hand information into the station's operations. The highlights of the visit was the GRTS management's participation in the Wall of News program, where they shared their experiences and reflections on the visit with the Star FM audience across the nation. The Director General of the Gambia Radio and Television Services, Abdullah C., and his team also held a meeting with Haji Baniko Sisoho, the chairman of Star Media Group, further solidifying the collaborative spirit between the two entities. Omar Tunkara, Star TV's content director, emphasized the importance of deepening the existing relationship between the GRTS and the Star Media Group. He acknowledged the state broadcaster's pioneering role in Gambian broadcasting.
We want to strengthen our partnership with GRTS because GRTS has been, it's like he said, it's the like institution, yeah, exactly, where almost many staffs in the Gambia, even wherever you pass to, you want to like make it up to get there. Yes, exactly, because at least it will widen your experience, but also it will make you a better reporter or a journalist in your career. So, but nonetheless, this is good because I think the coming of Star TV would be a proud moment for GRTS. Yes, exactly, because GRTS has been paving the way for what we see now. So we welcome you, but we are very happy that you came to pay this courtesy call. Yeah.
In response, GRTS Director General Abdullah C. affirmed the shared objective of both organizations to providing credible information to the Gambian people. He pledged GRTS's availability to assist Star FM and TV in their endeavors.
So GRTS, as the name suggests, Gambia Radio and Television, is not owned by Abdullah C., not by Hadibaji, not by anybody. It's all of us, including you. It's Gambia Radio and TV. So together we can work together, get things done. We're all fighting for one country, that is the Gambia. So if we cooperate, we get better results. No competition, just cooperation. So be assured that we are always available. If you need anything from us, just let us know, and we work together and get it done. If we need something from you, we'll let you know. We complement each other. So
the acting deputy director of the Gambia Radio and Television Services, Hadi Baji, took the opportunity to express condolences on the passing of Star FM and TV's Molamin Sanyang, while underscoring the significance of the visit.
We're partners. We're not competitors. So that's why it is important that we come and then reassure you of our commitment to continue working with you. Probably I've never physically stepped on the television, but I've been on Star Radio, especially during this BetNet distribution campaign. Yes, so we do come and I do business with you as well. And we're looking forward also to collaborate with you further. And on another note, we would also like to use this opportunity to offer our condolences to Lamin, one of your staff who passed away. Lamin was a very good friend of mine, and we pray that his soul and the souls of all those that departed rest in perfect peace. Thank you.
Karabulai Conte, GRTS's Director of News and Current Affairs, described the establishment of Star TV as a crucial development in the country's broadcasting trend, stressing the need for mutual support and collaboration.
It's a pleasure for us to see other, television stations, come up in the Gambia. We were lonely in the field. And we also see you as an offshoot of GRTS, because hardly you go to a media house in the Gambia here where you will not find people who went through GRTS radio or GRTS TV. So it's a significant development as far as we are concerned. And like my Director General just mentioned, we are here to serve the same Gambia. So we don't believe in competition. We believe in complementing each other. Be rest assured of our continued support. Whatever you need from us, our doors are widely open. We wouldn't hesitate also to reach out to you whenever we need you. We have to complement each other. Sometimes, there'll be certain programs that you'll be able to cover that we may not be able to cover due to the demand on us. So we can always exchange content. If we are sharing content with external TV stations, because there is this African Union Broadcasting Corporation that we have, we exchange content. So if you can do that externally, why not within the Gambia? It's one family. So be rest assured that we'll continue this collaboration.
The Chief Executive Officer of Star FM and TV, Mr. Alpha Karaga, expressed profound gratitude to the GRTS delegation, describing the visit as unprecedented. He commended the national broadcaster's leadership for its commitment to fostering unity and cooperation within the Gambian media landscape.
We thank the management and the staff of GRTS. I think this is the first time in this state of the Gambia, State Media Director General to visit private media houses. This so that how our relationship is. Secondly, since Mr. C came to office, he unified us. He always call me, he always advise us. So his visit to Star TV today, we really appreciate it, and we thank him for visit. We thank his management and the entire GRTS.
This unprecedented visit underscores the commitment of both GRTS and Star FM and TV to working together to enhance the quality and reach of broadcasting services in the Gambia, ultimately serving the best interests of the Gambian people. For Star TV, I am Motu El Baji.
The Semi-Atoll Higher Relief Organization, in conjunction with the International Humanitarian Help Organization, the Netherlands, has been coordinating huge food relief and clothes support efforts in parts of Gambia ahead of the Eid al-Fitr. Maria Tuture tells us more.
Humanitarian organizations distributed millions worth of food and clothes to the less economically endowed people in the West Coast and Central River regions of the Gambia. These latest relief efforts, being spearheaded by the two humanitarian organizations, began on Monday at the Combo South village of Medina Salam, where Semi-Atoll High Relief Organization is running an orphanage. Semi-Atoll High Relief Organization and IHHON put smiles on the faces of 54 orphans at the Medina Salam village orphanage by donating to them new clothes and shoes barely a week before Muslims in the Gambia observe Eid al-Fitr. 6 orphan girl children we are not only given clothes, but we are also given crossbags, which have now become a craze among young girls. Speaking shortly after the distribution of the donated items to the orphans, the country director of Simiyatul High Relief Organization and national coordinator of IHHON, Mr. Musa Jallo, said that they have been offering humanitarian support to the less privileged for the past 11 to 15 years.
Today being the 24th of March 2025, we are here to distribute quality clothes, for the poor little orphan children, because as we all know, as an orphan, we all know what it means. Someone who lost his parents, especially the father. So looking at these kids today, giving them these clothes, it means a lot to them, because their mothers and themselves were all along thinking, how are we going to get our clothes? And we all know globally how economic is going on. So putting these things, smile into these kids' faces, it means a lot to us, and it means a lot to them as well.
Mr. Jallo, fondly referred to as Baba by the orphans, thanked the partners and donors for their support to the Clothes and Shoes initiative.
And I must thank my donor partners for being there for everyone here in the Gambia.
Is this the first time that you have intervened this way?
No. Almost every year we do it 3 to 4 times. On almost every of the festivals that is happening, we make sure that we clothe the children. And this time around, we are having almost 120 children that are going to benefit from this gesture. The gesture is from our donor partners, IHH Netherlands.
Volunteer Ernest Seriake of IHHON flew into the country with 3 other volunteers to partake in this year's relief efforts. Ernest expressed excitement in returning to the Gambia for the second time to support the humanitarian efforts of his organization and its local partner. Ernest said he was in the Gambia 5 years ago as a volunteer, adding that he was thrilled to be back and rendering humanitarian assistance to the people.
I want to thank Gambia and the Gambian people that they are welcoming us today, 24 March, during the Ramadan to help the orphan children. We are an international humanitarian organization. We are in the Ramadan. We are visiting more than 53 countries with all the volunteers. My name is Enes Sarakche, and I am here today in Gambia as a volunteer helping these orphan children, and tomorrow and after tomorrow, inshallah, we will help more people in the...
From the Medina Salam Orphanage in the West Coast region, the Semiyatul High Relief Organization and IHHON extended their humanitarian interventions to the Central River region, where they provided food relief for 1,000 food insecure families in the Lower Fuladu West.
Today we are in Fulabantang in the Lower Fuladu West, Alhamdulillah, Central River region, with my donor partners, IHH Netherlands from the Netherlands. As you can rightly see, we are here to donate close to 1,000 households. For that being the case, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamina, we are entrusted with this stuff like oil, spaghetti and sugar. These are the materials that we are going to hand over to the poor and needy people here today. All this stuff, Alhamdulillah, is from our donor partners, IHH Netherlands, and their donors as well. We are here to distribute it. As soon as people are around, you will see they will collect.
The governor of Central River region was on the ground in Fulabantang to witness the food distribution, and he expressed appreciation to the donors for the food relief to the people of his region.
On behalf of the beneficiaries, we are extending our sincere appreciation and thanks to you and your entire group, those who are here and those who are also away. I have been interacting with your association for the past years, and I am very much aware of the support that you are giving, ranging from health, education, and also, the orphanage and the support that you give to the needy people. So really it's very much appreciated. We know government cannot do it alone, and also the people who are living within also cannot do it alone. So therefore, having other people giving you support, it's definitely...
The families were given packs of spaghettis, liters of cooking oil and sugar. The Alcalo of Alulai, Abdu Boy, traveled on his bike to Fulabantang to receive his family's food support.
ñu kontaan neen trop góor ak jigéen kontaan neen waaw léegi daal li ñu wax lii ngeen dolli ñu leneen ngeen andaal leneen mu gën a bëri ñu bëri amuñ de waaye li ñu bëgg ñeneen.
From Fulabantang, the volunteers proceeded to Martaba village to present quality clothes to students, memorizing the Quran. The Grand Marabout of Martaba welcomed the charity and thanked Musa Jallo for his instrumentality in ensuring that the support from IHHON and Simiyatul High Relief Organization.
Yo Allah yobon non. Yo Allah yobon kadi yo Allah lomtin. Yo Allah lomtin. En beltima no fewi.
Meanwhile, on Wednesday, the charitable organizations reached out to the people of Mandinari with food support. The ambassador of the Republic of Turkey, F. Turka Oba, traveled to Mandinari to offer moral support to the Simiyatul High Relief Organization and IHHON. The Turkish diplomat said he was happy and proud to be in Mandinari to see the organizations do what they do best.
Very happy and proud to be here. EHHNL is doing a great job. I'm here since 1 year and they have been in all aids and all before Ramadan. They came this year, it's 1,700 person packages that were distributed. Today it's 700. So this is the will of our community, willing to share with their brothers and sisters during the Ramadan period, the time of exchange and prayer.
He added that Ramadan is a good time to care for the poor and share with the needy. And this man concurred with that view. He was in Madinari to receive his food aid, and he said the beneficiaries were really happy to receive the food support.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We are all very happy, both women and men. The only thing we want to say is that we would like to encourage you to do more because others didn't have it. We just want to encourage you to do more so that others can benefit. We are really happy.
As the food and clothes relief efforts climax in Mandinari, these are the words of Simiyatul High Relief Organization and IHHON Country Director and Coordinator, respectively.
My impression is the donors. Donating such kind of gesture is a very, very serious and a very important impressions. First of all, I want to thank the people of IHH Netherlands for wonderfully presenting over 200 families for this type of packages. I mean, it's not easy. Close to almost $3 to $4 million has been spent to buy over 2,000 families to benefit from this stuff. So it's not an easy thing. First of all, I must. The second impression I have is the team, CHRO and the people I went with, we really appreciate the wonderful teamwork. From the arrangement to the make sure guiding every beneficiary is happily going home, that is wonderful. The second one is, the third one, let's say, is the conducive environment that the current government has given to us. Because if we see you have time to give out food items.
Reporting for Star TV News, I am Maria Tuture.
From that, by Maria Tuture, we will now take a short break. When we come back, we will look at news beyond our borders. Stay with us.
It's time to break free from data limitations. We've just reduced the cost of our data bundles by up to 60%.
Simply dial *120# to get going. Use AfriCell now and enjoy the highest quality, fastest speed, and the most reliable network.
Welcome back. After that short commercial break, if you're just tuning in, this is Star TV News. We are broadcasting from our studio along the Battle Harden Highway. And now to news outside the Gambia. South Sudan's 2011 independence began with jubilation after decades of civil war, but ethnic tensions and weak governance soon triggered fresh conflict. In 2013, President Salva Kiir accused ex-deputy Riek Machar of a coup, splitting the army along ethnic lines and sparking a brutal civil war. A fragile 2018 peace deal established a unity government, but not before tens of thousands died and a third of the population fled. Despite hopeful proclamations, the UN now warns of renewed conflict as millions face dire humanitarian needs. The oil-rich nation's leaders still struggle with reconciliation and nation-building, leaving its future uncertain. Al Jazeera's Victoria looks back at the history of the world's youngest country.
It started so well. In July 2011, South Sudanese celebrated their long-awaited independence, marked by 2 civil wars over 5 decades and millions of lives lost.
As the President of the Republic of South Sudan, I shall be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of South Sudan.
The creation of South Sudan followed a referendum in which nearly 99% of voters opted for independence from the wealthier, more developed north.
I'm happy because we have been struggling for almost 24 years, only for this day.
But weak governance and pre-existing ethnic tensions soon plunged the world's youngest country into political turmoil. In late 2013, President Salva Kiir accused his former deputy and former rebel leader Riek Machar of plotting a coup. The army split across ethnic lines, and fighting for the oil-rich nation killed tens of thousands of people, displaced hundreds of thousands, and left its economy in ruins. A ceasefire was eventually signed in 2014, but it was violated several times and further talks failed to end the violence. Kiir agreed to set up a unity government with Machar in 2018, but that was delayed as they tried to resolve outstanding disputes. It was finally formed nearly 2 years later, ending the country's civil war. Machar returned as vice president, and 35 ministers formed a transitional government, 20 from Kiir's party and 9 from Machar's. The rest represented other parties.
Peace is here in Juba and will spread to all corners of our country.
By then, though, tens of thousands of South Sudanese had been killed and 4 million had been forced from their homes, a third of the population. The UN is now warning that South Sudan is once again on the brink of widespread conflict. Millions already in need of urgent aid face desperate times as the complex task of nation-building continues to challenge South Sudan's leaders. Victoria Gatenby, Al Jazeera.
Daniel Akesh is a senior analyst on South Sudan for International Crisis Group and explains what's led to the fallout.
The agreement of 2018 was centered on 2 key issues. One was to create a constitution, one constitution acceptable to all parties. And the other one, which was really the key, was the power sharing. And part of the power sharing was the security arrangements, which is really just military power sharing between the opposing sides. So the president has fired governors in Western Equatoria in February. He fired a governor who was supposed to be from the oppositions led by Machar. And recently he also fired a governor in Upper Nile, and that governorship was supposed to be for the opposition, as well as in another state called Jonglei, he did the same. So this is actually clearly a power grab on that basis. As we speak, this conflict is no longer binary. We are talking of the president, Salva Kiir, and the vice president, Machar, as if they are the only 2 actors, but there are also other opposition groups that are not affiliated with Machar, and they are opposed to the government because the peace agreement has been stuck. It has not been working. The key provisions that were supposed to be implemented, none of which has been implemented. This were the security arrangements where the country could have one army and the constitutions, as well as renewing voter registrations. All of those have not been done. So if this escalates to violence, then we have to ask what nature will this be? And it's clearly not going to be the same as what we have seen in 2013. This could be very decentralized with multiple actors, making it very difficult to put the fire out.
Finally, South Korea is battling some of the worst wildfires in its history. The blazes have killed at least 27 people and forced 37,000 from their homes. Many are taking shelter in centers set up by the government or volunteers. Al Jazeera's Jack Barton reports from South Korea.
A Buddhist monk examines the ruins of what was once a historic South Korean Buddhist temple.
Monks have protected this temple for 1,300 years, and seeing it lost is extremely saddening. However, this sorrow isn't ours alone. The entire region is engulfed by fires, and when considering the suffering of everyone affected, there is no room to dwell solely on our loss.
In this nearby village, 83-year-old Kwan Shido walks me through some of the devastation.
This house was once a shrine where our ancestors' rituals and ceremonies were held.
He says only about 8 households in this village have fire insurance.
In the end, it has to be the government that helps us. They need to offer real compensation. We don't have personal savings. This is the countryside. Everyone's old and no one has money. And now we can't even farm. We are really at a loss.
The country's acting president says all resources available will be used to stop the fires and help those affected. People like Bae Young-soo has been living in an evacuation centre tent for 3 days.
The house is completely gone and there's nothing left, just a pile of ashes. I don't know what to do. My heart is pounding.
Emergency workers and volunteers are struggling to help tens of thousands of evacuees.
The fire spread so quickly that we are currently facing a shortage of supplies.
Many people here still do not know what awaits in their towns, as firefighters continue to battle fires across the nation's southeast. When it is safe for more people to leave the evacuation centres, many will return to homes like this, to begin the long process of cleaning away the rubble and rebuilding their lives. Jack Barton, Al Jazeera, Andong, South Korea.
That report from South Korea brings us to the end of this edition of today's news. But before we go, we look at the main points once again. Minister Jabi addresses delays in Campbell staff salary payment and universal service funds implementation. Good Food Road transformation, a lifeline for communities and boost the local economy. GRTS commits to consolidate ties with Star FM and television during visit by state broadcasters officials. Seminatul Haya Relief Organization IHHON coordinate massive relief efforts in Gambia ahead of Eid al-Fitr. On the international news, from independence to the brink of war, South Sudan's unresolved crisis threatened millions. South Korea says wildfires was in its history. Death toll rises to 27. Well, this is all we have time for. Thank you very much for your time. This station and enjoy the rest of our programs. Until then.